this approach to teaching. Not all students learn at the same speed. There is another way, the flipped classroom.
The flipped classroom.
The flipped classroom. Okay, so he's showing you that you can take any video and add any questions that you want in the video. So this past week, I took our story, which was a castle on Viola Street, and we were talking about theme. So I took all of the questions that are in my teacher's book that I don't ever really get to those questions, and I put them in the video. And so I can either use my voice or whoever's voice is on the video saying the story. And so what I did is I implemented my voice at the beginning and my voice at the end, but the lady that's telling the story already did the hardest part, which is telling the story. So anyway, and then I added my own questions. You can add multiple choice questions or constructive response questions. So, and the best part about it is, you see where I can skip it? You can select that kids can't skip, which means they have to answer the question before they move on, which is the best part for me. So,
the flipped classroom addresses these problems and makes learning more personal. The teachers make a video that delivers the content that usually teaches in class. Students watch the video lecture at home at their own speed, take notes, and do some exercises. When they get back at school, the teacher has more time to do more meaningful activities, like projects, or help the students that need more support.
What can you do to be more meaningful at school? Skip. Okay.
However, the flipped classroom is not that easy to implement. First, to create a video from scratch is time-consuming. You will spend a lot of time learning how to use the technology and creating the content. Second, you will have to use expensive tools like iPads or tablets. Finally, even if you created the most engaging video that YouTube has ever seen, you will never know if your students are watching the video or if they completely understand the lesson.
Skip.
We solved that. With Edpuzzle, you can make the flipped classroom work for your unique classroom. Let me show you how it works. You can use a public video from YouTube, Vimeo, or upload your own. Then you can crop the video and take only the parts that are useful. With Edpuzzle, you can also record your voice. Make the video more personal. Students learn best from people they know. Finally, you can embed quizzes during the video. Make the video an interactive experience and check the students' understanding. Now, when you assign the video to your class, you will automatically get information from each one of your students. Who watches the video and who didn't understand the lesson. Edpuzzle is the easiest way to make any video your lesson. Give it a try. It's free.
Okay, so I'm just going to show you what Edpuzzle looks like to me. And yeah.
Sorry. Could you swivel like a math or an ELA lesson and that be your video, and then at increments like they have to answer questions?
Yes, you can.
Like lectures?
Absolutely, yes, you can. So I learned about this because I went to the curriculum night at the high school, and Caleb's high school Algebra 2 teacher only uses Edpuzzle every day. She's used it for 4 years. So Caleb goes, yeah, I know what you looked like 4 years ago. And so I thought that was funny, but she uses it every day and just uses the same, because she said math doesn't really change much, so they just need to learn the concepts. And so the kids just go at their own pace of what lesson that they're on, and she walks around and facilitates. So I thought, how could I use this? Well, I use it when I meet with my small groups, and then I tell them, okay, go to Google Classroom. I've posted an Edpuzzle on there. It will tell you about spelling for the week, or it will tell you about your grammar that you're getting ready to do. And so I was just telling them up the stairs, I made a video last night. And sometimes they're only like 1 minute little videos, but they have my kids screaming and yelling in the back or whatever. But I hate my voice, but I implemented my voice in there today, and I'll show you which one I made today. So if I go to my content, and I did, okay, so Castle on Viola Street. Okay, so this is the one I created. So when you find a content, you add it to your folder, and then you can edit it. So if I wanted to edit it, I'd hit here, and it would go ahead and edit it. If I want to share it just the way it was on, that was already created with questions, then I would just leave it with the questions that were already created. But I went ahead and edited this one, and this is me talking.
Remember, the theme is the big idea or message the author is trying to tell the reader about the story. To paraphrase a story's theme, readers must think about what the characters say and do, and what happens as a result of the characters' actions. They must ask themselves, what message does the author want to give the readers?
And then
The Castle on Viola Street by Diane DeSalvo.
And this is a video that
Someone else is reading.
This is a video that someone else created that I just added my part at the beginning and my part at the end. And my part at the very end was, thank you for answering all the questions. If you hear this, you may now take an AR quiz on Castle on Viola Street. So some of my kids were like, we can take a quiz on that. I'm like, shh. Like I didn't.
Were the questions already there, or did you write those?
Some of them, but I implemented a lot of them.
So you can go in and edit with them.
Yes, you can. So if you want to duplicate someone else's public quiz, that's what you can do. So I don't want to remove that. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when I assign it to them. So this is Mrs. Zeitzman's class. In her class, most of them took it today. So you can go right in when I assigned it, I opened my Chromebook up right away. And I want to see their progress as they're taking the quiz. So right off top, I can tell who has not started it, who started it and only done a couple questions. And what's awesome is there's export and grade. And I'm going to show you this. You have to grade the constructed response questions. You get to grade them. If they're multiple choice, it grades it for them. So right off the bat, the kids are like, I got a 50%. Well, that's only because I haven't graded all the constructed response questions yet. So I'm going to show you my class, and I already graded hers, but my class I haven't completed so see how it says I need to grade 115 questions? Mm-hmm. But literally, it's really easy because if I click this, it tells me the first question, and it gives me everybody's answer. Mm-hmm. So I either click X for no and check for yes, and it gives them that automatic. And so at the end, they can go back into my classes and see how they did. It gives them automatic feedback right off the bat. If they score really low, so if I went back to my classes and I went to Ms. Zeitzman's class, tomorrow I'm probably going to talk to Breslin because I can see how he scored. And if he feels like he could do a little bit better job, I can click this reset button right here, and I can reset his quiz, and it starts him right over again. And yes, I've done that to many of the kids. So it's just real quick. It's such quick feedback for them and I'm trying to think of ways that something else can grade it for me so I'm not stuck with this pile of papers that.
Is there a decent library of videos that are already made?
Yes. So somebody give me a story. So, I mean, I can type in.
Eureka lessons on here?
I don't know. How do you spell it? E-U-R?
E-K-A.
Sorry, I don't teach
We
math.
used to do the crash course one in middle school.
We'll put like grade 2 module 3.
Okay. Eureka first?
Yeah. EKA.
Module,
Grade 2 module 3.
grade 2. Three?
Mm-hmm. I don't know, I haven't searched.
Yes, so that's my second resort. So if Edpuzzle doesn't have anything, I automatically click. There you go. So you can click one, and if you want to use it, you click use it, and then you go to it, and this is where you're going to start editing it. So I always listen to the video first.
All right, this is grade 2, module 3, lesson 1. And in this lesson, we are going to be bundling popsicle sticks and imagine.
Okay, so if you don't like his voice too, you can use the recorder and it will record your voice instead of his.
Over his?
Override
Hot dog.
the videos.
So like his face talking.
Yes, yes, yes. I used audio notes on the last one. That's what I added to the beginning and the end. That added my voice instead of the other teacher's voice.
Is it just picking up your voice, tone, or do you have to say everything he's saying?
You have to say everything.
You have to.
Yeah, you have to say, you don't have to, you can keep the video like it is if you want, but if you want to override his voice. Yeah. And then this is the tool that I use the most. So what you do here is it's got quiz questions, and you're going to go anywhere in the video that you want to add a question, and you click question right here. I want a question right here. So I go right here, and you can pick a constructor response question, a multiple choice question, or just, hey, think about this, and then click it. And it'll save it automatically in there. So it's just, to me, this is a win-win. It also connects to my Google Classroom, so.
So if the video wasn't on, it's probably...
Okay, so I'm going to show you one of mine. Yes. So I made, okay, I don't want to do this. I'll do this later, and I'll delete it. So here's another one of my content. Okay, so this is the one that I created last night. Okay. Sorry if this is boring you. I'm sorry. It's a minute video, but here's me.
Hi guys, I'm going to go over today's worksheet in reading. It's called the theme worksheet of a comprehension.
Yeah, so they have their worksheet at their desk, and I don't have to be up there.
The author states the theme, and when
I can go over the whole worksheet with them.
You find the important details and then figure out what the message they send. Read the passages below and underline the parts of the passage that help you figure out the essential message or the theme. Then answer the questions.
Okay, so my kids are fighting in the background. Sorry. Yeah. But anyway, if you notice, I know the screen doesn't look very big to you, but they have the worksheet on their desk, or it's on Cami on their computer right in front of them. So they're listening to me. It's on another tab right next door. So they can go back in the video and re-listen to me. What did she say to do there? I mean, it's your same lesson that you just did, but they're listening to it over and over again. So you can say, nope, go back in the video. I did say that, or instead of us saying it 500,000. Yeah. So, and sometimes I don't even add a question. Like this one, I didn't add any questions. I just wanted to teach the lesson without having to stand up and teach the lesson right there. So I'm back here. So that was that. But I also love some of the videos on here, like we were talking about verb, and so we were I don't know if you were absent that day, but we were so loud in here. And because YouTube is full of really great educational videos, and sometimes we get those stupid little ads in the front that we have to skip. On here, there's no ads, so you're avoiding them. So I don't know. I really like it. But that's mine. Oh, the extension that I'm using here is called Cami. I was telling Kristen that I was going to tell you guys about it. If you go to the web store on your Chromebooks, it's an extension, so it's free. And what it will do is any PDF file that you find online, you can save it to your Google Drive. What? And kids can overwrite it. So what happens is it looks like this. So pretend like I want to open up, let me go to my files here, my hundreds of files here. Okay, so let's do this one, because you gave this to me. Alex gave this to me. I opened it up in Cami, and instead of my kids having a worksheet on their desk, they have this worksheet on their Chromebook. So instead of them writing it where I can't read their handwriting half the time, even if they hunt and peck, they're hunting and pecking. So they can come over here and click on the T text box right here. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Answers.
You have got to be kidding me.
Cool thing.
This is great.
So then you go down here, and all you do is download it, and you teach them to save it to their Google Drive with annotations, because it's their marks that they're making. You hit begin export. It saves it straight to their own personal Google Drive.
I guess I have Google Drive, but yeah.
I'm sure they do. Do you guys use the little things to?
We just don't have them like with their own computer.
Oh yeah.
But if you type in their names, they'll have a Google come up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you can teach them how to share things with you. So I make folders, and they share things with me. And that's why my email is really big. They're like, how do I share it?
I was wondering about that. Yeah, that's cool.
So that's just another
Okay,
K-A-M-I, Cami extension. You have to put it on every single one of your students' Chromebooks. It can't be pushed. So I went around at the beginning of the year and put it on every single one of my Chromebooks. So.
What do you mean it can't be pushed?
Tech can't. You can't say, hey, can you push the extension this on my Chromebooks? Yeah. You have to go to the web store and do it. But it's very worth it, especially when the printer's down and you need the worksheet, but you have it. And another thing that I did, you can scan in your worksheets and send them to you and open them up in Canny because it turns it into a PDF file. So there's another one. Okay. You got it. So I'm going to log off.
So while I'm getting logged on, if you guys could, in your
Do I need to give her the?
web, we type this in. It should take you to a. Oh, do I need this?
It's going to be the answer.
Oh no. Okay. Oh God. Yeah, it should take you to a Google Sheet. Switch user.
A doc?
What is my thing? Of course. Oh. Why isn't this? Why can't I get logged in? Am I doing this wrong?
First name dot last name and then your password for your Chromebook.
Sorry. Okay, so what I'm going to be sharing with you today are just some extensions that I learned about when Rachel and I went to the Google Summit this past fall. And it's just some helpful extensions that you might be able to take away today and start using tomorrow. Maybe not so much they might not all be for you in your classroom, your kids, but they might be helpful for you and just good tools to have on your Chromebook. So when this gets logged on, sorry.
Kristen, I can save that, right? I can save those computers, right?
I think so. I think you can make your own copies. Okay, so while this is, I'll just pull it up on my Chromebook or whatnot. Has everyone been able to get to the Sheets portion? Okay, so you'll see that it's broken down at the bottom into different extensions that you can use. Google Doc add-ons, Google Sheet add-ons, Google Form add-ons, and Google Slide add-ons. So we'll start over with extensions. And the first one at the very top under extensions is called Black Menu, which if you click on that link next to it, it should allow you to open that up and add it to your, once I get this on here I can show you. But this is a great, yeah, you just add it to your Chromebook, and it'll just pop up to your little extension toolbar up at the top. Yes, CREATH. And this is just a great, quick. Should mine pop up there? Or no, because that's not my usual desktop computer. Am I not logged in?
Oh, so it just has this. Oh.
Sign into
Chrome. You okay?
Yeah, I'm having to.
Alright.
Wait, what? Okay, sorry.
No, it just X out. And then up at the top where it says that like beautiful colored box up there. Click on that.
Yeah, it'll link that.
Drop down by default.
Now it should. Okay, got it.
Okay, yeah, they're popping up.
Cool.
Okay. So now my extensions are going to pop up over here. Just waiting for the right one to pop up.
Do your extensions appear as those little icons?
Yeah, these are your extensions. Does everyone know how to get to your Google Store to find your extensions? Yeah, okay, I just want to make sure. Yeah, no, okay. So at the bottom, in the top, or in the bottom left corner, there's that launcher button. If you click on that, and you can search your device for the Chrome store. Or I thought there was an easier way to get there.
Are you doing the little circle down the bottom?
Yeah.
If you type in web
Just
store.
type
Web store, it's right there.
It's right there.
Yeah.
It'll pop up.
Mine looks different for some reason.
I know, it's an update. They just updated it.
Oh, okay, so you have to hit the, okay, sorry. Anyway. So this is just helpful because you can click on that, and if I didn't have, if I was looking for a specific Google Doc, or if I was looking for a specific document, I can just go down to my drive here. I can type it into my search bar, and I can look for like Thanksgiving. Just type that in, and my Thanksgiving activities will pop up right here. And then I can click on it, and it will take me to that document.
So you don't have to go through your drive through.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just a faster way, and then you can also, I mean, if you just need to go quickly to your email, if you need to find an email real quick, so say I want to find the Monday memo, so I can remind myself of all the dates I need to know, I can find it, click on it, and it'll take me to...
It opens it in a new tab?
Yeah, it'll open it in a new tab.
This is the one you're on.
Yeah.
You need to figure out where the other one went.
Yes. So that's I think that's called Black Menu for Google, not Blackmail. Black Menu. So there's that one. And then okay. Sign in. Okay. The next one underneath Black Menu is called Print Friendly. So say you find a news article that you want your kids to read, but as we know that there's sometimes ads on those articles when you print them, or words that we don't want them to see, kind of thing. So you can add that extension to your computer, and it will pop up this little green icon. So when you find an article, so for example, if I want to learn about polar bear news article. Do I want to do that? So say I find my news article, basic facts about polar bears. I hope this is appropriate. If not, so I want them to read this article and I want to print it. I'm going to hit my print friendly. It'll bring up this little preview box, and then I can click on anything that I want deleted. So this one doesn't look too bad, but like if I only wanted them to focus on their habitat, then I can get rid of like the population information, their diet. Yeah, reproduction. We don't need to know about that. So we're going to get rid of that. Mating season. So anyways, and then once I click on it and get rid of what I don't want, I can just hit print. And it will print it the way I want it to. So it's kind of cool.
Or even just like carving out paragraphs at a time.
Yeah. Or
I don't even learn about something and then I have to get up and speak about it. Like, this is what I want.
So that's just that's a fun extension there. And then if you look, the next one that I like to use, this Alice Keeler Gradebook Splits one. If you add that, it will split your gradebook from your students' work. So what it looks like is this purple little icon when you add it to your Chromebook, and it will, when you click on that, it will split your screen for you. So like when your kids are on Edpuzzle or whatnot, instead of them having to flip back and forth, they can split their screen and view what they need on this page and then what they're working on that page.
Can these be pushed in, or do I have to manually put?
You'll probably have to manually do it.
Couldn't you walk your kids through like everyone getting them?
Adding
Right,
them.
that's all I
You
did.
can, but
That's all.
it takes, press allow on that one. Okay, nope, your name.
Do your small, like sweat.
Yes.
Or get like
Or
a
like
three-
teach ya.
Get like 3 A+ students to run around.
Yeah, so, or if you're working on your grades or whatnot, and you have SIS Open or whatnot, and you need to look at something online and put it in your grade book, you can do that.
How do we make those, those extensions? Is there like a folder I could put them in?
Great question. There is, on one of them, I haven't added it
Extension
yet.
manager, is that it?
Yeah, but you,
You use all your extensions with one click of your extension bar?
yes,
Yes.
that's the one. But then the next one I was going to show you was the one tab extension that you can add, and it will just combine all of your 30 tabs into like a list on one tab. So when you add it, when you click on that link and add it, it looks like a blue funnel of some sort. It's up there. But so I only have 6 open right now. But when I click on my one tab icon, it will minimize them all into a list. So then I can just click on the one that I need, and it will open it up into. There is. We learned about that. So then it will open up into a new tab, even though I just closed all these, but then when I'm done with that, I can get rid of it. So there's that one. There's just some other, Bitmoji. I made a Bitmoji and made it my Google Classroom background. Oh, I just want to open the classroom. Okay. So there's my facts Bitmoji. So that's my Google Classroom background. Unfortunately, the users have to be 13 or older, so our kids can't create their own Bitmoji. But they talked about how you can use your Bitmoji as feedback for your kids. So if there's a great one, you can leave that or try again or something like that.
Can we plug them into you can probably do it for Class Dojo too.
Make it their little.
You can plug it into Class Dojo and send messages to parents.
Yeah. And it's on my email, so I can send a Bitmoji in my email messages if I want to. Yeah, I was feel better. So there's that. Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen it. So these are just some other helpful extensions, but I'm gonna move on to Docs. So the one that I have added that might be helpful is this. It's called Doc Assist. It's the third one down there, and you can insert and create rubrics for your students and give them feedback. So we're working on personal narratives. I can create a rubric for their personal narrative, and they can. It attaches to their personal narrative, and so they can see what are the expectations that I'm looking for 1, 2, or 3, and then I can use that to grade their assignment. So if you would open up a Google Doc, I'll go to my black menu. I already have that open. Okay, so I made a personal narrative example. They're not done because it's just an example. Go back. So they would open up their personal narrative, and they would go to add-ons and look for Doc Assist. Then they would select student and say they shared their document with a friend. Then they would select peer review, or if they want to look at it. And then their rubric will pop up on the side here. So For 1, student does not have an attention grabber or introduction sentence. For 2, student has an attention getter but not an introduction sentence. And for 3, student has both an attention grabber and an introduction sentence. So it kind of helps them see what we're looking for, and then you can change what each of your requirements are and what your points are worth. So you can have like 2 or 3 indicators or just 1. So I'll show you what that looks like. So if I were to go to add-ons again and choose Doc Assist, but choose the teacher, then I would click on review. Oh no, that's a lie. Not review. I would go to rubric manager, and I can choose my rubric. So they have a default one, or I can choose one that I've already created, or I can create a new one. So I would come over here and select create new. I would title my rubric, and then I can start typing in what am I looking for in this assignment. So that's something that's helpful. Yeah. Then another one that I just personally like is the extensive fonts, because you get to pick fun fonts to write in instead of just the usual Google ones. So you can add that, and they'll give you a whole list of new fonts to choose from. And then the change case, so it'll change the wording in your, so if I go back to my Google Doc and I highlight the sentence that I want to change, I can go to my add-ons, select change case, and if I want all of these words in all uppercase, then I would select that, and it would change that sentence to all uppercase letters. Or if I wanted add-ons, change case, if I want sentence case, I guess just a regular sentence, it would change it back to a capital letter at the beginning and then punctuation at the end. So those are some for Google Docs, but I don't want to, I'm going to kind of let Rachel take over here. But after that, there's some Sheets add-ons that you can use, and then forms and slides. So it's worth kind of checking them out and playing with and finding what works for you. And if it doesn't, I think you can always remove the add-on or the extension. So it's worth checking out. But that's all I have. So Rachel, let's turn it over to you. Oh, here. Oh.
What's that? I don't.
Yep, you gotta wear it.
Why?
It's yours.
I don't.
Because.
Okay. My length, that's a V and not an R. If that helps. It's YCV. So on my orientation day, we had like the digital breakout box, not the digital, the breakout boxes, and I'm like, oh, these are so cool. Like, how can I use this in my classroom? And I got to looking, and it's a lot of work. So when we went to the Google Summit conference, this is digital breakouts, and all you need is a Chromebook, an iPad, and it's pretty much all there for you. And it's really cool because some of, I know like some of my higher kids could even make a breakout themselves. So I just put this together. There's also links to the presentation that the lady did. But I kind of like like brought it out just a little bit more than she did. So anyway, what? Oh, I'm being weird. Breakout is, like, you guys know when have you ever done those escape rooms? Where you have to, like, unlock things and find, like, the answer and...
Like MacGyver style?
Kind of. You, like, the one I did, like, you had to find, the key, but you had to, like, use clues to find the key. So it's all, like, clues, and you have to unlock things, and then you have to, you have an end goal, and your goal is to obviously unlock the box. But this is not a box, and you don't need any materials, and it's great. Okay, so if you want to pull up another tab, these are the two websites. So if you just go to Breakout EDU, it's super confusing, but you could if you wanted to. But the digital 2016, it's got all of the digital games on it. And the Breakout EDU games, it's just got some more options on it. So I'll go here. So the digital Sandbox, this has just a bunch of teachers that get to put their stuff in. You can do by subject, by grade level. There are ones for like littler kids, so like K2, you guys can do this. And I mean, the Easter Bunny, the animals have gone missing, and they're just different types of, like I showed my mom one, and she did one for biology because she teaches biology for high school, so she did like, her class was working on RNA and DNA, and she found one, and her kids did it, and she's like, it was awesome. They like really had to, think and kind of figure stuff out. So what they look like, I'll just click on the Easter Bunny. So this is what it looks like. It's just a Google form. This is not one that I like. Let me find another one, guys. Okay, this is kind of, if you would make one, this is what it would look like. So it's a Google form, and you have different types of locks. So your answer is a lock. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locks. And when you press next, it'll hopefully submit it, and you get like this fun page coming up, or they just show you that they submitted it, and you can like give them a gift certificate, like I unlocked or I broke out or something. So these are there for you. And again, like, so you can make yours so it says like a hint. Or if you want to really challenge your kiddos, don't give a hint. The pictures are your clues, so you can pick on a quick picture and it can take you to a different website. And your kids just work on it in groups, and this is a lot of fun. So this is how you get your breakouts if you don't want to create them. But what I was thinking, especially for third graders, the ones that get pulled out for win time, that they could make their own breakout. The lady who talked to us at Google Summit suggested that you start with groups of kids making one lock instead of them making their whole breakout, because she's like, there's some, where's my thing?
I'm sorry, you can close all my tabs.
I don't know where mine went. Great, there it is. Okay, so anyway, those two are websites to get your breakout. This you can use. It's a digital breakout template, so if you want to make this, just give this website to your kids, and it tells you how to make an easy form. And these are the locks. So there's number lock, 4-letter lock, 5-letter word lock, date lock, time lock, direction lock, where you use north, south, east, and west. color lock. You can even do patterns. So if you find one of your clues is like red backpack, yellow backpack, red backpack, they'd have to do like R, Y, R, Y. And then lock, like I said. One of the things that you have to do to make a lock is to actually lock it. So that means that if the answer that they put in is wrong, that they can't move on. So these are just steps on how you lock a question. Do you guys want me to show you, or you think you can figure it out?
Do we see like what one looks like?
Oh, yeah. So,
Trick or treat.
trick or treat. Okay. So you would just push this link out to them, Google Classroom, or just, type it in for them. And so you have you have been great, there's only one problem, blah, blah, blah. So they have a story. So this is what the kids will see, this whole page. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locks. And then there's all these clues. So you can click on the treasure chest and it'll take you here. And this would maybe be how many total students are represented in the bar graph. So they'd have to figure that out and then go back here. And that might be your 2-digit lock. So let's see. So 12 plus 8 is 20, 30. So let's try 37 and see if it's right. So yeah, no, it's not right. No, it's not right. Is it right? Ooh, this one's tricky because it doesn't tell you.
No, maybe they would tell.
Yeah, maybe we try that. Because usually it turns purple if it's right. Or this might be, no, so this is not 3 color lock maybe. So yellow, and it says all caps, so yellow, orange, white. No. This one's hard.
Is this the same view as the kids would see?
Yeah, this is what the kiddos would see. And obviously, the one that I did was super major. So here's a video that they posted on their link. There's a link right here. Oh, so this would probably be the direction lock, so you have to find your way to S from S to E. All odd numbers, so that would probably be your direction lock. So, yeah, 14 direction lock. So that would, once you figured that out, that would probably be your direction lock.
Do they have to answer them in order?
Nope. They can answer them however what they want, because when they're done, when they have them all, they hit submit, and it should pop up a page that says congratulations, or yeah. Oh yeah, that's how we did it. We had she just put the timer on the board, and then when every group got finished, we wrote down our time, and then we decided who was the fastest. So here's one about life cycles, kindergarten review, so I can't imagine that would be too hard. So anyway, I like it because they're all made for you, but if you do want to make one, right? If you do want to make one, you can use this to help you kind of get started, but definitely use this because this tells you everything you need. And then Snotes has, you can just make clues on it. This is a whole thing that you can use for clues if you want to make them, if you want your students to actually make them, which scares me just a little bit, but you might be fine. And then Facebook, if you guys join the Breakout, if you guys have it, they post so many ideas. I think Union has the boxes. So, I mean, they just have pages and pages of ideas, and like, that's how I found the password that's on here.
So when you have the boxes, like the actual physical ones, how does that work? If you have clues and you're trying to get into the box?
Yeah.
You have like some of them are like packets. We played it. As a new teacher last year when I came in to the district meeting, was played.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
And so they give you like a packet and they have questions, and then you have to break the next block to get the next clue, to get the next clue.
It's like boxes inside of boxes inside of boxes.
And then there's little you have bragging rights if you
Kind of know. So you open that big box and it knows.
Yeah. Like there were QR codes in the boxes and like letters, and you had to like shine a light to see the writing.
You mean they didn't change it?
Nope. And then there was like a key hidden around the room, and the clue was like, oh, look at the time, and it was behind the clock. And I mean, the breakouts are a lot of fun. It's just a lot of work because you have to get everything ready for each box. And if you have like 4 or 5 groups in your class, like that's a lot. And these are just, they're so much easier because you can just go to this website and pull them from here, and it's just.
Can you edit the ones that are there? You want to like
Um,
kind of make it your own?
I don't know if you can edit these just because they belong to someone else.
I wonder if you like save it.
I'm not sure if you can.
I want to go try some.
But no, it'd be really fun, especially for like win time, if you know, to kind of push those kids a little bit more. And then like you can make them. That's a lot. It's just a lot, guys. So I don't know. It would be fun, maybe for like a Christmas party, if you don't want parents in, have them do like.
I'm thinking next Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday.
There's Thanksgiving ones too. Yeah, so it would just be fun to just like get your kids in groups and see if you can figure it out, because I mean they like being on computers anyway. So
A small prize for the winning group or something.
yeah.
Sorry, there was a link to the video. Frosty.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks,
So.
guys.
Okay, I'm just. Can I take this? Take
Yeah, you can take that off. Now that we're done recording all of you.
Where's